truth is that all this thinking process, all this God, all this knowledge, all this karma, they exist because you are living. For a dead body doesn't think. So there is no karma, no God, no this, no that. So that which is making you feel the existence that yes, I am living. That existence is consciousness. Conscious and consciousness. Two words. Conscious when you are awake, aware of something. Consciousness means even if you are not awake, even if you are unconscious, still you have consciousness. So this consciousness which we have, from there the whole energy comes. It has energy. And that energy gives power to think. What happens that this consciousness never finishes. It never ends. And everybody has the same consciousness. Forms look different. Everybody has the same consciousness because everybody becomes aware of the mind. Everybody has a power to think. Everybody has a power to feel. So whatever function the consciousness does in my body, the same it does in everybody's body. Is it not? It's not that bodies are different. So I have this power to feel and you don't have this power to feel. That doesn't happen. I have this power to recognize, you don't have that power to recognize. No, it doesn't happen. Everybody has this power, strength to recognize, to feel. Means that consciousness is same, uniform in everybody because its functions are the same. Every living form has the same function. Certain functions which everybody performs. So this consciousness as it is uninvolved. Nothing. Involvement, not involvement, activity, not activity, life, birth, that is the work of the energy. Not the consciousness. It is the energy which expresses itself, maintains for some time, and then finishes. Now this energy is the energy of the consciousness. Its character is that everything is stable and suddenly it gets activated because that is what is the character. It's like you put the lights on, the light comes. It's the character of the light. That you look, you see everything in light is the character of the light. So it's not that it is bringing light from somewhere and this analysis or that analysis. No, it is a character. So this energy, it is, when there's nothing, it's all sleeping, finished. And then it starts getting activated. The moment the activity comes, the first thing comes out of that activity is a vibration. Something which is stable and suddenly the waves comes means vibration. Vibration, you understand, right? We all understand vibration. A vibration comes. And the vibration becomes expressed. because of that vibration, the expression comes. And immediately this awareness which we have, this alertness, this power to think which we have, in this a desire comes. What is this? What is this which is expressing itself? With the result, first thing comes is to forget your own self and get attracted to something else. Before that, you are not getting attracted to anything. Everything is stable. And it goes very fast. These vibrations, they slowly and slowly take a form. So whatever form we are living in is the result of that vibration. It is all made up of many, many small dots. It's only a vibration. Whole body is a vibration and nothing else. Solidified. It's solid. So attraction comes to whatever is visible, whatever comes, and then accordingly the whole form comes, and whatever we are thinking, to that attraction comes. Whatever we are recognizing, an attraction comes, and we forget about the truth, the self, that it is all coming because of our own self. Power is our own, energy is our own. Now this form becomes attractive and we start connecting with this form in which we come. And this is how the whole world is created. In a moment's time. This thing has been explained in many different ways. Many religions also. They talk about it. It's not that they don't talk about it. But the explanation goes in a different way. Like when you are in a deep sleep, you are sleeping, very deep sleep, and when you wake up in the morning, suddenly the whole world is created. Once you are sleeping, there is nothing. Neither your body is there, nor your partner is there, nor your bed is there, nor your house is there. Nobody is there in your deep sleep. Is there anybody? Do you think of anybody in your deep sleep? Your mind is not there. Nothing. And the moment you wake up, everything becomes alive at the same time. Eva comes there, body comes there, work comes there, and this comes there, and if nothing else, then the God comes there, Satsang comes there, Guru comes there, the life and rebirth, everything comes all of a sudden. And when you go to bed, you forget everything. So this attraction to this creation, what happens? That then you want to achieve it. All this thought process is not the work of the body. This thought process is happening in something else. It is another tool which has power to which awareness comes. That is called as the subtle body. Physical body you have and subtle body. I am giving you this details so it will clear you up, right? If anybody gets bored, then tell me. So this physical body is a tool, but that formation takes later. First formation comes power to think as an individual. And it has all the basic characters because the consciousness is the same. In the same consciousness it has been created. Nothing has changed. Only the form has been created. And that subtle form gets awareness. It also gets unawareness. It also gets power to remember. it also gets power to forget. It also gets energy to act, it also gets energy to think, it also gets energy to wish, it also gets energy to desire, it also gets energy to get upset, disturbed, it also gets energy to react and be angry. All those powers which we have, they all come together. So a perception comes, that power to perceive, that is a tool. Why? Because there was a basic attraction that I want to know what this expressed energy is, and forgetting the self. So wanting to know what this energy is, once you have to act out, then you need certain tools. You need a tool to act out. You cannot act without a tool. So first tool comes is the awareness. Like your awareness is a tool to be aware. Tool is your mind, because that awareness, identification, reason, logic, these are the four characters of the subtle body. To be aware, and because of that awareness, you develop a power to identify. You become aware of this form in front of me. And that is called as ego. Power to identify the body as me. Identification. This power to identify everything. What you identify yourself as, that is something else, but this power to identify is ego. And as you identify an object, your body, as you identify yourself as, accordingly you start seeing the shortcomings in the body. Body is having a shortcoming. It is short-lived. It comes and it finishes. So the desires come to fulfill. And because of the desires fulfillment, judgment comes, thinking that I am right. Nobody thinks that I am wrong. Everybody thinks I am right. In the basic character of the consciousness, this is truth also. Consciousness is right. There is nothing wrong, because there is nothing. But that habit comes, and we start identifying with the body, and body becomes me. Therefore, on the basis of this me, this ego, that character which comes from the consciousness, we always think that I am right. Now this identification, when it happens that okay, now I identify this thing and I don't have that thing which she has, because there is a difference in the form. So I want to, one way or other, either to have that thing or not to have that thing. Both are wishes. To have something is also a wish, also a desire, and not to have something is also a desire. Now all these things are happening in the awareness, they are not happening in the body. So this feeling that how do I get something to fulfill myself, for that action is needed, so that I feel complete. The result is what? That I have forgotten. Because of this identification of the body, I have forgotten that consciousness is complete, soul is complete. Everything is the outcome of the same soul in different forms. Soul is complete. Everything is complete. From complete, only complete comes out. And from complete comes out, what remains is also complete. It's complete. Consciousness is not short, but in identification, we are carried over by energy, and we are not able to identify that it is our own expression, because we become individual. So we start recognizing it, wanting it, while we have the body which is limited. Form, vibrations come, they will be there for some time, and then they will dismantle. Again the new vibrations will come and they will act out. So to act out this wish, karma is needed. You have to act out. So first tool is your awareness, your ego, your mind, your reason logic. The problem is because you have forgotten yourself and you are not seeing that you are complete. So how are you going to feel that are you complete or not? For that a body is needed. So to act out our own desire, our own wish, we make the body. The body is karma. Karma is actually the physical body, through which the second karma is the subtle body. These two bodies, form oriented, because it is body oriented. Therefore that wish and feel that okay, I wanted to have this thing, I wanted to touch this thing, now I touch it. So how does it feel? I want to sleep, I look something very beautiful and I want to have it. Okay, you have it, but right now your body is not made to have that thing. For that, you have to make your body to have that thing. You want to wish something as a boy. Like, this is very interesting for the boys, that they don't have to undergo all these problems, 2-3 places, many times I have heard, here in India, everywhere, women's common problems. That the boys are very good, they don't have this problem. But inside there is a wish. Okay, very good. Go and take the body of the boy. Boys, what are getting the comfort out of it or not comfort out of it, you cannot understand till you are in the boy's body. In woman's body, you cannot understand boy's feelings. In boy's body, you cannot understand the woman's senses. It's all pleasure oriented. Why do we want to have something and we feel the difference that I don't have it because I think that is more pleasurable and what I have is not? So we forget the truth that we are complete. With the result, to act out, we get one body to act, and through the action, whatever feeling, what is going to be the result of that action, what you get is something which you feel inside through your senses inside mind, whatever you feel. Eyes only look, but who decides that this I want it? That is mind, something inside. Skin only touches, but it is pleasurable touch or not pleasurable touch, somebody else decides. Something else decides inside. Otherwise, dead body also has eyes, dead body also has a skin. That doesn't feel anything. So who's the feeler inside? He decides. So to fulfill those wishes, action is required, and that is called as karma. In the process, we relate it with the destiny. Everything is happening to whatever we wanted to live out, whatever we want to do that. Physical form is time oriented, it's a tool. Subtle form is also a tool. And to get the feeling of it, good or right or bad, or as per our identification with the body, as per our ego, we need to develop a habit. Very important thing, habit. We develop a personality. Whatever way we identify ourselves, we stick ourselves into that this is my frame and this is it. I have to stick in there whatever mind is thinking, and that's it. We just keep on going by our thought, and we carry our frame all through our life in our mind, that I am this, I want this, I don't want to change, and I have to carry on like that all through my life. We nail ourselves in our own mental built-up of a frame. That this is what we are, this body we are. It's all is happening in the mind, nothing is happening to the body. This is what they are showing Christ carrying his own cross. We all the Christ inside. Every second, every minute we see that. I see that. Every second. But we refuse to come out of our own framework. We are so much strongly attached. We crucify our own self because of our own conditions, our own wishes, our own identifications. This is the misunderstanding about karma or destiny. That results. Crown of thorns is nothing but our thoughts, mind, which are going around all the time, getting disturbed and agitated. To fulfill those desires, we act out all through our life. We act, wanting to fulfill our desires, not knowing what the fact is. Then this power in us, which makes us feel the result of action, I like it or I don't like it, that is causing the problem or the pleasure. You want something, you have it, then you don't like it. Does it happen sometime? You want something, you get it, you do all the efforts, you get it, and you use it, and then no, I don't want it. This is not good. So who tells you that you don't like it? That is your habit to live in a particular way, and something else comes which doesn't suit to your habit. So that you say that I don't like it. So the cause of suffering and pleasure is your habit. That is the third tool which we get. This is called as causal body. We develop a habit as per our framework, as per our identification. We develop a habit first to like some things and not to like some things. So these three things every form has: physical body to act out, subtle body to wish and desire and feel, and the causal body to get the result of it. I like it or I don't like it. And nobody wants anything which we don't like. Is there anybody who wants anything which you don't like? Anyone? Anywhere? There's nobody. So this wanting that I don't want this thing is also coming from the causal body, which gives you a habit to only adjust and accommodate and recognize something as my own. Now these three tools, this consciousness is the same, which doesn't change, but the energy of the consciousness, when it is expresses, this is the result of identification of that energy as the body. How you recognize yourself with whatever body. So whatever comes out as a recognition of this, as a connection of this, is called as mind. That mind recognizes, that perception recognizes, I want this thing or I don't want this thing. So this wanting inside, for which an action is needed altogether, is karma. Without karma, without action, nothing will work. But what happens that every second we want something, an alternative. Whatever comes to us, we are not happy with it. Every second we want something else, something else, something else. Whatever is happening, no, what could be other way around? What could be other way around? What could be other way around? It's very interesting. Power to forget we bring from our existence to forget the surroundings, forget the world, and wake up to the truth. But the pleasure which attracts us to the form makes us forget the truth and gets attracted to the truth. So we use the power to forget, but in the wrong way. With the result, a natural curiosity to the body-oriented pleasures. We even forget that I am mind or I am thought. How many people think that I am mind or I am this? Like, go on the street and ask, hey, you are mind or you are this. People will say, are you cuckoo? You go and look for a madhouse. What is this nonsense? We don't even know. Huh? All these actions, every second we are thinking an alternative, an alternative. How many thoughts we have, we don't know. Now we relate with the destiny, our failures or our success. To be humble, we say, oh, this is our destiny. Many times people don't even know destiny. Nothing destiny, whatever I do, that happens. That's it. And both are wrong. If you see from my eyes, then it is called something totally different. Destiny becomes whatever the importance of an action or a pleasure you register in your mind. You have thousands, God knows how many times we have taken the birth before that. Through a form. Soul doesn't take a birth. Know it. It is immortal. Consciousness immortal. It cannot take birth, not possible. It's only this whole drama which is going on, mind, awareness and body. They take form and go out of the form. Take form, out of the form. Soul doesn't do, while all the qualities, all the say characters are the energies of the soul. So this mind, this capacity of them, which we call as mind, it thinks so much that every time wanting an alternative. With the result, every time new wishes keep on making. We see only from this life. This life is not the only thing in which we have come to live into. We have made this our own body, we have recycled it into God knows how, hundreds of millions of times perhaps. And we are into that body and come back. And again we create and again come back. Again we create, again come back. Whatever alternatives we keep on creating in our mind, those vibrations, they go in the body. For whatever action we need to do today, that we have already determined before coming in the body. So body has all those vibrations, but the new which are created, they are already there in the body, those vibrations. So for that, we are recycling our body constantly. This is a knowledge, deep knowledge. It is not usual. This is called as Tantra. You have heard the word Tantra here in the West. But here you understand it differently. But the respected, it's a very, very, very respected knowledge there back home, where the original comes. Deepest of the knowledge. Where the vibrations are affecting. How? Which channels? How the body is formed? How the body feels? What are the channels? Where the soul moves into the body? This is all called as whole network of the body, through which the life force functions. To know that and disconnect from it and reach that stage, that stage is Tantra. Tantra is not a practice, not a learning. It cannot be taught. Here, whatever is happening, that is all nonsense. Not to even talk about it. So the depth, destiny. We all know that body, whatever we will make, will be time oriented. Form will be time oriented. It will take birth and it will change. While the wishes are thousands, much more than one body can live out. Maybe 10,000 lives earlier we are having those wishes still which we have not completed. We never know. So we pick up a set of action which we can perform in a particular given time. And that is called as destiny, which we make in this life. But all the karma, all wishes cannot be lived out, so we leave behind some which are accumulated, which we leave behind, which are not there in this body. We cannot live out. That time we don't have. So some are left. Some we pick up for which we come in this body to live out. Right from birth till we leave the body. Every moment, every breath, every time, every movement, everything is precisely fixed. It is so exact. Because the breath, which will be your first individual breath and which will be your last, when that is totally related, this is why nobody can give a single breath to anybody. That is the most important thing which we have to live in this body, that we are breathing. Which reminds us the existence is breathing. The rest, everything is useless. Whole of the world's money cannot give you one breath extra if you are not supposed to take it. Simple as that. And whatever you are supposed to take it, nobody can take it away from you. That much precision we do, that at this time, this form will act out that wish. Now that wish will be, what the result of that wish will be, good or bad, that you did not know last life. That your causal body will make you happen. That it is good to you or this is not good to you. And the consciousness and the energy of the consciousness which will make the circumstances accordingly for you to undergo that karma which you wanted to live out. For which we blame the world that this is wrong and that is wrong and this happened and that happened. In fact, we should be thankful to whole of the world that the consciousness, God appeared in all these forms to make me live out my own karma. The compassion, see the compassion of God. This is it. Dead bodies don't come to live out your karma. Only living beings come out. We don't see that because we are caught up in our like and dislike, so we don't see God. We don't see consciousness. We don't see the whatever faith, whatever trust we have in whatever God. We don't see that. We see our own liking and disliking, and that's it. And our own fear. So that destiny which we make, that destiny is not made on the basis of that last life I had this wish, therefore I am living out last life. No. It could be life before, it could be 10,000 years before. It doesn't go like that. It goes on the impact of it. How intensely you want to fulfill a particular desire. As per the deeper impact of it, that becomes the destiny for this body. We live it out. So one we leave behind, one we are living out. But in this body, because we do not know, so whatever is happening as per our destiny, we keep on wanting an alternative, something else, something else, something else. With the result, what we want something else, that becomes another reason to take another birth. So this is the whole procedure of karma. As per the intensity, we make the destiny, something we leave behind, and something new, which we make in this life all the time. And then once we leave the body, all of the karma comes up, and as per the preference, whatever we have, we make another destiny. And that is what they say, that the God will send you back to the earth or heaven or here or there, so whatever it is. It is nothing, it's only our own energy which decides. Consciousness does not decide anything. There is nothing to decide there, it's empty. Nobody else is there, nobody exists, nothing. As in the deep sleep, there is nothing. Absolute peace. Now you will have a fear. People give fear. Either go to church or go to temple or go to mosque or do these kind of practices. Everybody is searching the freedom. Everybody is searching the freedom from this suffering. Means everybody wants to be peaceful. That's the only reason. And as per the sufferings in this life, more we suffer in this life, more we decide that I don't want to have this kind of suffering. It may not be necessary. Everybody who's having a fantastic life in this life, oh, I'm going to do that thing in the next life. I'm so much great. Next life come. This life, enjoy all the world, all the money, all the pleasures and everything. No problem, I will have it the same thing as if traveling from here, I have $1 million, I don't care. I'm going from here to America, it doesn't matter, my money will take care, doesn't matter. So they have, but in the life it is different. That alternative which we create, everything is wonderful here in this life, what is that? There's no guarantee in the next life it will be the same. Or everything which is not good in this life, there's no guarantee it will be the same in the next life. But suffering will be in any way, whether it is good or bad. Result will be ultimately the mental suffering. Because of this habit, always wanting an alternative. So karma created by our own wanting an alternative. To act out, we get 3 tools: physical, subtle, causal, 3 bodies. And as the mind, on the basis of the thinking, keeps on creating new karma, because we forget who we are. And this whole karma is illusion. And we are prompted to find out something, we suffer something in the life, therefore we are prompted that no, you should come to me and I will give you heaven. There is no heaven there is no hell anywhere. This mental agitation, this fear you are living, this suffering you are living, this is hell. And the absolute peace of mind, stability, is the truth. That's it. There's no heaven, no hell, nothing, nowhere. It's all in our mental education state and nothing. And only mind has to realize it. Only mind has to understand it. Nobody else. Only mind has to be trained. This is why what we are doing here, the spiritually, whether we do whatever way we want to go, everybody is trying to achieve that knowledge which makes you recognize the truth. Everybody is searching only that knowledge and nothing else, no matter whatever path anybody goes. Ultimately, it will result into the same knowledge that it is all one consciousness, not two. No identification. Nothing else. Means when you forget this illusion and not get caught up into this trap of this illusion and recognize who you are. And that is very easy and very difficult. Most easy and most difficult. Path of knowledge is most easy and most difficult. Both the things. This karma, what you're talking of, cycle of life, and it happens. Forget about life of, say, cycle of birth and rebirth, anything. Supposing it's okay, fine, no birth and rebirth. Though I know it happens, but still if you don't know. This birth and rebirth you take every moment in your mind. Every minute your birth, you are taking a new birth. Whatever new role you want to adopt in your life, that is your new birth. I want to have that job, I want to have this thing, I want to have this thing, I'm in India and I want to go to West and I will be wanting to go, everything go as per my liking, and I come here, no, this is not good, I want to go back to India, that was good, India, no, it is just chaos here, there, not stable anywhere, not happy with anything. This is all cycle of birth and rebirth every moment. This alternative, searching for an alternative, is the cycle of birth and rebirth and nothing else. Once you know it, you are not impacted by it. Mind will think alternative, but you don't care. You will take the life as it comes, finished. That is the burning of karma. Destiny-wise, if you understand, some karma are left behind, some you are creating new. No karma, no destiny is finished without living it out. Because you only wanted it, so you have to live it out. But this wish is body-oriented, form-oriented. Whatever you want through this body, whatever pleasures, anything you want through this body, you think from that point of view. And going to it, to the reason, the core, you go to something which is not body, not the three bodies. That knowledge is different. Everything in this life is destiny, karma oriented, because this body is breathing oriented, and breathing is in nobody's hand. It doesn't mean that nobody should act in the life. Act out everything. Instead of getting caught up into your dislike, hey, I don't want this, and I want that, that gives you suffering. Act out everything. If you are not enjoying, see somebody else's enjoyment and enjoy. Who stops you? But no, it is not my enjoyment. Me and my comes in between, so I don't enjoy. That's the problem. We are not so open. We are closed to me and mine, me and mine, me and mine, based on thinking that this body is me. So whatever destiny you have brought, that will be finished with this body. This body is karma. This is why Hindus burn the body, burn the karma. You go to Varanasi, you hear burn the karma. Means this was a tool to work it out, burn it. That's a common language. Burning is usually done so that the body is dismantled as fast as possible. So it is available to us in the vibration form so that we can recycle it faster. Finish up our karma. That's the reason. Anyway, that is out of the question. So this life's karma is anyhow burned because you will leave it out. And you have no escape. No escape. Whatever are the situations your body has to undergo, it will undergo. Whatever the diseases, whatever the problems, whatever the reason is going to be for you to leave this body, it will happen. You cannot change it. Spiritual enlightenment doesn't mean that your situations and circumstances will change. They will keep on happening as it is, as you have decided this body to act out. Spiritual enlightenment means that how you take a situation, that changes. Situation is the same, but you are not disturbed. Your vision changes inside. That's what it means. It's not that the circumstances will change. No, that doesn't happen. So this life's karma will be lived out in this life. Either you live it out, or somebody who knows gurus. I do it, I clear up many karma. I live it out. I take it and I live it out. Fine, that can be done. But there has to be a reason. Why should I do it? But karma has to be lived out. It cannot be going like that. Now what about that which has been left behind? Then you say that, okay, then when it will be burned, because then what will happen next time? That is still left behind, I have to leave it out. No, that doesn't happen. Why? Why this knowledge of the self, knowledge of the truth will make you free from the grip of karma? Why? Interesting, huh? You find it interesting? Don't be afraid. The cycle of birth and rebirth, they give you a fear that, hey, you should follow me strictly, otherwise you will take another birth. Forget about all the drama. Nobody is more powerful than you. Nobody is more stronger than you. Everybody has the same soul. Know it. Don't restrict yourself for that. Knowledge of the self, knowledge of the body leads to wishes. So that you take more body because you have the wish for the body, so you have to create a new body. Again, wish for the body, create a new body. And when you have to create a new body, it has to undergo all the processes of the body. It has to become a child, it has to become an embryo, it has to grow up into the mother's womb, it has to have a father's sperm, it has to come out, it has to be grown, whole of the process will be repeated. But once you go to the truth inside, that this is what I am, who is making this body? This all about is awakening to this fact that I am not this body. Who am I? The consciousness, the truth. Because that wish is for that which is not the body. Therefore, that knowledge is not in the grip of karma. There, karma has to be dropped to feel what you are. This is why that you don't have to do any effort to know what the source is. While to do for the body, you have to act out effort. So world you get by effort. Source you get, you recognize, you realize without effort. World is an object, source is a subject. Object you achieve. Subject you realize. The mistake what we do is we try to achieve the subject. And that doesn't happen. It is already there. What do you want to achieve? The moment you realize this thing, this soul wish, this knowledge that what is this, if you go intensely into it and you have a proper guru who can guide you. Guru also can guide you, but if you have the trust, if you have the wishes, how much intensely you want to go, how much you feel that yes, then this knowledge for this respect, knowledge for your trust and your knowledge, your reverence for the Guru will push you faster. Because the more you give value to something, more you go for it. If something has no value, you don't go for it. Simple as that. The moment you realize that, oh, this was all illusion, you wake up. Like your dream is there coming from your mind, you don't realize it. When you wake up, then you say, hey, it was all in my mind. Similarly, in this world, till you are in the grip of this me and my of the body, you are not awake to the truth. You are sleeping. So all these things are coming. The moment you wake up to the self, the truth, that which cannot take birth, it is not possible. All through your life, your feeling of existence that I am, like you recognize yourself as Eva, right? Eva right from the childhood. Your body has changed from a little girl to this beautiful girl today, right? Body has changed. Your circumstances has changed. But I am Eva. Has this changed or not? That doesn't change. So body is changing, not you. Similarly, the soul doesn't change. Form is not changing. When your interest goes in there, then this karma which you have in this body, that are finished by living it out. And rest of your life, you live into that stability that anything associated with the body, why to do for it? So your wish is not there. So you don't create an alternative. You are free from the karma. And knowing this truth, whatever karma you had been left behind, you have left behind, they anyhow vanish because you know the truth. You are awake to it. So they are nowhere there. So you are not in the grip of karma. This is the only thing, this is the only knowledge which is not in the grip of karma. Knowledge of the self. But to have this knowledge is very difficult and very easy. Very simple. All other practices you can do. Okay, go and do this puja, or go and do this church, or do this holy water, or do this, all that mosque, and then, or do this yoga and that yoga. That is very easy. Because you can do, I can sit in this posture and I can do this, that is very easy. But this mind of ours, this thought of ours, knowing this, we always forget this truth. So that is what it is, that intellectually you keep on knowing it throughout the whole life. Keep on listening to satsang after satsang, no problem. But till you make it a habit of yours, everything is only that you have listened it. That's it. So it is of no use. It should become a habit. Like forgetting became a habit for you to forget the truth. If you only hear that, hey, forgetting is something which can do this thing, but you never do it, result, you will never forget. Anything which you have heard about but never done anything about it. Any knowledge which is not practiced, it never yields any result. So how intently you go for it, what is your intention behind, how you want to apply it, how you want to make that knowledge become your habit, or it's only just go listen and go back, finished. You have done your job. Just like going into a puja or satsang, and I go and find it happened, and now I've finished my sins. Going and taking a dip in Ganga. You were in Rishikesh, go in Ganga and burn your karma and burn your fish. Burn your fish, I am saying, burn your wish. How can you burn fish in the water? Huh? So it's not that Ganga river, I revere it, I worship it, everything. I worship the faith of God knows how many billions of people for how many centuries. That faith is so strong there. That faith, that reverence, that is so rejuvenating. But the real Ganga is somewhere in your body, where all your wishes go finish. That Ganga will burn your karma. That is something else. There, the reverence makes you burn everything. You forget yourself. So beautiful. So everything we do, we think that, okay, going to Ganga is wonderful, but we never go into Ganga. We never enter into Ganga. What's the use? You have heard hundreds of times, I have told that, hey, look, this is not good, what you're doing is not good, this is not good, do it like that, do it like that. I keep on telling you, and you keep on throwing it away and not serious about it. Result? And then complain to me that whatever you told me, it didn't work. I can only guide. To act it out is in your own hand. So the knowledge, and then how sincerely, what you don't want to know, once you apply it, use it, then what are the difficulties, what cannot be the difficulties, what is stopping you, what is not stopping you, how can you not progress? This mind, this is why I say it is very simple to understand for the mind. Oh, it's all consciousness, just it. And you, in a spiritual community these days, it's a fashion. You talk to anybody, oh, I am consciousness, I am surrendered, I am this and I am that, everything. And those who are worshipping through puja, Shivalingam, or going to church or this thing, they surrendered, okay, I am going there, whenever the gods wish it will happen. It's a very important thing I am talking here. A yogi, a devotee, somebody who works through puja, or like going to church and confessions, they go step by step. Many people say yoga, Patanjali yoga, yam niyam asana, pranayam, dhyana, samadhi, right? Those 8 Ashtanga yoga they call about it. This is all about for body. But the Patanjali yoga doesn't talk of body. All the Ashtanga yoga is only for the mind. Understand it. This physical exercise which we do and call it Patanjali yoga, it is not Patanjali yoga. Yam, niyam, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dhyan, dharana, samadhi. These all are the states of mind. Physical work is very easy to do it. No problem. So any other practice which we use, we have a base for it. We go step by step. You miss it, you come back to the same step, next step. Next one, you are not successful, you come back to the same step. It takes a longer time. But you go step by step. And you ultimately reach to the same knowledge. It goes to the same knowledge that yes, I am not the body. It is somebody else. This me and mine is dissolved. So remembrance is exactly gone. You don't have to remember anything. The problem is your memory and remembrance. Because in remembrance, there is somebody to remember and something is to be remembered. There is an object and subject, there are two. And if you have to feel the one thing has to go. So object is not in your hand to go. Your me finishes. Only one remains, God. That stage it goes. Anything people have step by step, they go slow, fine. It takes time, but it goes step by step. But knowing this through path of knowledge, what I am telling, this is difficult. Very difficult, because the path of knowledge, the seeker leaps from the physical existence to that which doesn't exist physically. Straight, direct. Direct from subject to object, that okay, I am not the body, fine. It's the fastest. But if it is not done seriously, then when the fall happens, it happens tack. Means practically I hear it, wonderful, it is consciousness, and moment till you are hearing it, fantastic, somebody is telling you fantastic. But the moment you come to act out into the practical world, you come back crying to me, oh my God, this happened to me, now what should I do? What is all that? If you know I am consciousness and I am not the body, then why come back crying to me that something has happened to not to your liking? That's the fall happens, tack. It's there to stick. It's fastest. Because without awareness, nothing will work. One day the awareness will come to that level that I am not the form. Then only your karmas are burnt. I am not the form. Then you are clear of your destiny and everything. But you have to sincerely and seriously pursue it. And whatever you hear, you try to develop the habit of that. Whatever is your ideal in that, whatever you like, try to make it a habit. It's like you are having a fire here. You burn yourself. To the heat, you have developed a habit that the moment you are near the fire, you pull your hands back. This is a habit. You don't keep your hand there, right? This habit develops. But you also know that fire burns and you don't have the habit to take it away. What will happen? Fire burns, and your hand is going over there. Fire burns. Yes, I know fire burns, but you don't have a habit to kick up, bring it up. Result, get burnt. So only knowing is not enough. To sincerely practice it. This is why that day I was asking in Satsang that you guys have heard so many times I am consciousness, but how many times throughout the day you think that you are consciousness? And how many times your wishes and your desires take you over? Years have gone, but not even once, not even one person said that I am thinking like that. That's what happens. So trap of this body and its desires are so strong, confusing. It's very difficult to come out. Knowing, fine, book says the same thing, read in the book, you know it, I am talking, you know it, everything. And that's the difference in the one who is self-realized and who speaks. That is the burning of the karma. Whatever happens in the body, fine. Every effort, everything is there in the world. I also have to go to America, I have to buy a ticket, I have to go to India, I have to buy a ticket. It's not that I just go without buying a ticket. That doesn't happen. But as the life comes in, because alternatives are not there. No, it should be like that, and that should also be, and that should also be, that should also be that. There, when it comes to the decision with the self, everything comes back at the same level, nothing less than that. That's what happens. So you don't have to worry about the next life. That all is the whole fear created because on the basis of the body. Body will take the next life. And you can easily stop it. That I will talk some other time, the whole how the vibrations are stopped and what changes in it. That's a total technicality. That is, all the practices are there, what way it should be done, what it should not be. That is something else. But don't be afraid that I will not be taking the next body or next life or this or that. Spiritual knowledge never goes waste. You don't practice in this life, no problem. Even if you take next life, so whatever you know in this life, you will start from the same level in the next life for the spiritual knowledge. Because that is not form oriented. It doesn't have to go to that level. Like the child comes out, nobody teaches the child how to cry. Nobody teaches. Child cries. So who's that which is crying in the child? Similarly, this knowledge goes there in the child. Like a child cries, you know this much at that time. So don't worry about this life and that life, all that drama. Don't be afraid. Okay? Fears are body oriented. Fear is associated with the form. Fear is associated with the loss. Fear is associated with the imagination. And all this is false. Form is false. It is dying any moment. Every second it is dying. It's false. So don't accept this false as real. Fear, false evidence, accepted as real. Some people say false evidence appears as real. No, that is not right for me. Everything can appear real. Folly is mine. Why do I accept it as real? False is false. This is the knowledge. Don't accept it. And you are through. Okay? So these three karma you now understand. Understand it now?
Yes.
This is it. Don't worry about it. But you have to practice it. It's not that you don't worry about it and then you start getting enjoyment of the life again back. Enjoyment of the life, fantastic. Enjoy life as much as you can. But with the understanding, knowledge, wisdom, vision fixed onto the truth. Your enjoyment will be different. You will love it more. Your life, you will love it more. You will enjoy it more. Whatever way you want to enjoy, you will enjoy it more. Today I said something very, very subtle. You guys did not hear me. That why do you want it only always your pleasure? Enjoy it as somebody else's pleasure, as it is enjoying. And that difference comes even with your own body. You want to enjoy and your body is not able to enjoy. And your body is not capable of doing that thing, and you become upset. Enjoy everything with a different vision. Separate yourself from the body. Your enjoyment will increase much more because your wanting will be gone. Okay, clear? If not clear, you can ask me 1,000 times. It is very, very difficult to understand it. Very difficult. I've tried to make you understand as easily as I could, but it is not so easy. It's very difficult not to get impacted. Why to make it happen? Why to develop the habit? What the such circumstances are there? What the situations are there? What is this and what is that and this? Mind is so much caught up into why, if, but and so much but. We become butthead. All the time. But, if, but. Okay? Good. Still I can go on this forever, but I think that it will be too much for you. It will happen slowly. It all depends on your dedication, how much you want to understand, how much you want to. It's very easy that, okay, I'm afraid I don't want to be into this body, but you have to be sincerely pursue.